What's up, everybody? Showtime is Blazer King with King's Critiques, and we're back for Guild Receptionist. I already saw like a second of the episode, and man, why do they gotta start the episode like that? That's so uncool. Anyway, last episode they took down another dark god, enjoyed the rest of the festival. However, we got a bit of a peek into things maybe getting more interesting than we thought. If I remember correctly, I might be mixing up for another show, because we watched so many of these goddamn shows, but I ain't gonna stall much further. Seems like Alina has quite the job at our hands right now. So, we're gonna get into it. As usual, let me know your impressions of the show up to this point thus far. Hit the like button, subscribe, and let the whole video run through if you're not gonna have a conversation, because that'd be much appreciated. That being said, let's get to it. That sounds about right for Alina. I literally think she has fun with this sometimes, though. Yeah, that's probably not gonna go as well for you as I'd think, or as you'd think. That really is not a good amount of time off. You can tell she just looks so annoyed just by that singular what. That sounds about right for the working class. But okay, I might get a little bit petty here just by saying this is, again, at least the good way of working, an office or retail job versus trying to work for yourself. Because, like, if you're working an office or retail job, you're depressed on your birthday because you probably don't have it off because your boss sucks. With your own job, you just have your own normal amount of depression when you're still doing shit on your birthday because, nobody wants to spend time with you. Okay, how the fuck is that a way to title your book? If you want to be a receptionist, eat beans. Like, that... Then again, a lot of books really do have fucking half-assed titles that people really just kind of regurgitate, huh? I mean, fuck. I see a questionnaire on a chat site I'm on that's like, what is the name of PewDiePie's book? And I see it come up and I'm like, that is such regurgitated bullshit. So, she's the original executioner? Yeah, that actually adds up, doesn't it? And since I'm taking a sip of my drink before hitting the play button, I will say again, even though I said it with soul leveling, use my code Dubby. Yeah, she probably doesn't want to tell him because he'll try and make some big spectacle of it because, I mean, he's a simp. She's kind of hot, so I don't blame him, but nonetheless, he is a simp. Honestly, despite the fact he's hot, he's still trying to change, and I do kind of respect that. I wish it would actually be as, like, effective for a real person as it is an anime character, but, like... That's what she said. Sorry. Had to. Yes, she has. Problem? Okay, but, like, the simps over there aren't wrong either. A lot of those receptionists are pretty cute. Especially Alina's friend. But, like, Alina's obvious. You see, now that's gonna have his wrath come down upon you guys. Okay. High key, I thought for a minute I read Tiny. It's like, well... I don't know about that, but... Hey, to be fair, she might... Well, okay, I won't say she'll respect you a little if you're jealous, but, like, she can handle herself if anyone tries to hit on her, which we've seen. To be fair, though, he does look kind of like a creep. I'm just saying. Just me? Or does the healer from back then look kind of like Lulu? A descendant, maybe? Bruh, you cannot pause time just to talk to Alina. I think that's actually more fucked up. He pauses time knowing she's the only one who can stand by and move around during it. Does he not remember? Because she does. She'll just beat him up herself, honestly. Bitch literally just went with the whole, I will fucking end you. Stop counting on me, motherfucker. Get better people. Yeah, they're just Jade Sims, it's fine. Honestly, I think these two are probably the funniest comparison because, like, she doesn't care and knowingly knows he's in love with her. And she doesn't care because she thinks the executioner is a man. Which, honestly, can be funny as hell if she gets to find out that Alina is actually the executioner. Because, like, it could go down two routes. It could go down the she's completely devastated and disappointed, or she's going to be overly excited that her best friend is the executioner and also her future wife. I don't think he'd make it that obvious, otherwise all of your coworkers are just gonna give you the death stare. Then again, he's as much of a simp as they are. The look of pure terror in the friend's eyes, though. Just like, what are you thinking about? Face, no fun. Okay, she's really just making up her own things now, isn't she? Probably an actual person just knocking really creepily. Yeah, it's actually crazy, though. This is reminding me I need to finish Devil as a Part-Timer Season 2. Probably because those are very Chi-like reactions. You're the one who was knocking on the door! Oh my god, she's also... Yeah, that actually doesn't surprise me that she also believes in that. Well, I guess this is the moment that kind of drags her into the same group as Alina and her work friend. Because she just becomes both of their best friends through that. Also, for the record, if you're afraid of ghosts, why is the entirety of your bed made up like an alchemist studio, which would encourage apparitions? Even worse, she's telling ghost stories to the one who's probably more afraid. The complete lack of fuck giving by Alina. Why do I want whatever that is in the black robe to show up just for Alina to try and kill it? And it just to be someone she already knows, just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. See, now, like, without knowing her secret identity, that's a good question. But, like, y'all faced worse. She's literally killed 2 gods of death in front of you, Lulu. He would, too. Hey, honestly, for people like that, that's a really good idea. For people who can't exactly afford the time to relax more than they let their lazy asses do already, not so much. But for people like that, totally approved. Honestly, maybe getting a real job in ending up in jail wouldn't be too bad, would it? Nah, I'd rather end up with the inevitable. Not fight, I just told him to behave himself. I love how Lulu's just spilling the beans on that much. Are you sure you didn't miss him, you know, being a simp for just a second while the other girls crowded around him? I think that's even funnier. Not even just the nope that she said right away, but the very harsh no you hear from the voice actress. I really hope Lulu doesn't spill the beans on this one. It'd be funny as shit, but yeah, he certainly did. Meanwhile, hearing all this, Lulu's like, I think it'd be so much funnier to tell her, though. Oh, they have tried. I'm sorry, Executioner Appreciation Society, how many fucking simps are there? And how many of you are going to be disappointed when you find out the truth? How many are you going to be excited when you find out the truth? That's the better question. Okay, is it based for me to have been expecting somebody still old, but like hotter? Or is that just me assuming with anime logic as normal? Because, I mean, I'm looking to Don on this one, and the grandmother on that one who's BOW! Damn, Alina just going right for the throat. She ain't. She needs the... Yeah, you think so, but she's probably not going to help how you think. She's going to jump up there and smack the bitch in the face with her hammer. Poor Alina. Kitty. Have they really went about showing that same cat at least once every single episode? I kind of appreciate the dedication, though. It is a cute cat. Also, seeing those 2 studios reminds me of another show I need to finish. Because the Eminence and Shadow movie, I think, is supposed to be dropping in, like, July, and I would love to go and see that when it does. But as far as this episode went, that was very unfortunate for Alina, honestly. Being like, I'll finally get the secret of how I'll be able to stop working overtime, and then it's like, fuck. The reason it's not working overtime anymore is because it doesn't feel like overtime when you're always working. Just really disappointing, though, for her. But, hey, that is what it is, right? But Alina's at least gonna figure it out, I'm sure, and by the next episode, kick things into gear and probably have a new enemy to face to calm her down a little bit. Will her best friend find out that she's the executioner? Will it go in a disappointing or approving direction? These are things to find out later on. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, as well as, of course, about anything else I should check out this season, next season, or in general. That being said, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the gaming channel in the description down below. Ring both bells, like Facebook, follow Twitter and Blue Sky, keep updated with things, TikTok, Patreon. Get the full unedited visuals and audio of the stuff I upload here. And of course, go follow on Twitch, subscribe there for benefits, can show Twitch Prime for free, that helps me out for the month, but subscribing to these does help me for the thing that I've been working on for half of my life, and just because I suck as a creator, doesn't mean you can't hit those little bitty buttons and comment some stuff down below that might help me make this itty bitty thing tinker a little bit more. Also, let the playlist here run through and help me get the watch time, because that'd be much appreciated. Check out the video here that YouTube recommends to you, or the bigger version of the cut-up version video. And that'll be said, it's been the Blaze of King with King's Critique. Out. Ta-ta for now. Peace.